This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today your pantry pull meal is a casserole of C's, because a lot of our ingredients start with C, but let me show you. We have cabbage, chicken, cream of chicken soup, carrots, onions, celery, linguine, and I have a cup of breadcrumbs and a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. To that I'm going to add butter. Now, the linguine and the cabbage, because the cabbage is dehydrated, it's going to be cooked with the linguine. And there is our salted water and our buttered casserole dish. Let's get started. Now, I've put the dehydrated cabbage in the salted water, and I'm just going to add the linguine, and they're going to cook together. Okay, so while my cabbage and noodles are cooking, and just before they're done, I'm going to throw in the onions and the celery to get them started cooking, but I'll just throw them in at the last because they really don't need it. I am going to take my breadcrumbs and my Parmesan, some butter, some garlic, some Italian seasoning. We don't need salt because there's salt in the butter and in the Parmesan. And then I'm just going to take this and start working the butter into the crumbs and the Parmesan. You do it with a fork if you want, but this is faster and it gets things more evenly done. And we're making this into a crumb topping for the top of our oh, it smells so good. Butter, garlic, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, and breadcrumbs. That is simply marvelous. All right, our oven is set to 375 degrees. Now, I'm not adding any salt to this, folks, because I'm adding the juice from the chicken as well. I'm just going to drop the celery and the onions in with the cabbage and noodles for the last few minutes to get them started cooking. I know it seems like a lot of cooking to go in the oven, but trust me, it's going to be marvelous. Okay, now I'm going to take the cream of chicken soup. Thank you, Briar. And I'm just going to pour the chicken juice right into that can. And I'm going to get all the rest of that cream of chicken soup there. Alrighty. We are just about ready. Some of this is going into the bottom of our greased casserole dish. Let's see how cooked our linguine is. We want it cooked al dente, not quite fully cooked, because it is going to cook up in here as well. So I'm going to strain this. Now, if you haven't noticed, there is onions, celery, and cabbage in here. And I'm just going to dump that all in there. Make sure we get all the cabbage. See how he's getting a whole dose of vegetables and he doesn't even know it? Because it's really not obvious. I'm going to put the carrots in there. A little more obvious to distract him from the cabbage. Now, let's take our chicken. And we're just going to bust that up. Okay? Now, see? Isn't that beautiful? Now, on goes the chicken juice. This is why we're not adding any salt, because there is a ton. Well, not a ton, but there's the salt in the soup and then the salt in the chicken. So we're just going to kind of pour that down all over there. And last but not least, we're going to put our breadcrumbs and Parmesan mixture all over the top. And this is going into a 375 degree oven for about 40 minutes. Our timer has gone off. Howie will be home any minute, and look at our lovely casserole. We're just going to let it set up until Howie gets home. Okay, so Howard is almost home, and you know how he bitches that it's hot, so I am going to dish his up right now. Oh, would you look at that? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, and it smells so good. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm gonna pepper this and we'll dish it up to Papa as soon as he walks in the door. Okay, this is deluxe chicken casserole with a Parmesan breadcrumb coating on top.
Very tasty.
That was the last can of cream of chicken soup that Briar left here in August. Uh-oh, she knows, man. Yum, yum, yum.
They're good?
Yep. Thanks, darling. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and that's your Pantry pull meal for this week. Deluxe chicken casserole. Mwah! Take care. God bless. Both Howie and Gracie approved.